Salutations, Tarnished. Elden Ring is a massive game with many viable builds, but one stands above the rest. As a veteran of the series, I can assure you that it is infinitely more broken than anything that has ever existed in any FromSoft game. It's all because of a bug, so before you run off and do this, check the description to see if it's been patched. The bug has to do with the Erdtree Greatshield and its Ash of War, Golden Retaliation. The way that it's supposed to work is that if you parry a spell with it, it will consume FP to negate it and shoot out a projectile. However, if you are poisoned, rotted, or on fire from your own Fire's Deadly Sin incantation, it will always shoot a projectile and won't consume any FP. Considering that this projectile can do upwards of 1,000 damage, has excellent tracking and AoE, and can headshot, that's a big deal. Not only that, you can mash the parry while blocking and stay guarded the entire time. If you do this while moving, the animation cycles faster. It consumes so little stamina that you can do it upwards of 20 times in a row. And since the setup only requires 20 strength and 19 faith, you can put the rest of your stats into being as tanky as possible. Become GIRTHQUAKE, Magnitude 11. Even more so than the Sword of Night and Flame, this setup trivializes every encounter in the game, except the final boss because it has about 75% holy resistance. Most bosses I stood still and mashed the button until I won. Sometimes I killed bosses so quickly that they didn't have time to attack. I killed the hardest boss in the game in exactly 1 minute. So let's look at that footage, unedited, so you can see my obvious lack of skill and ethics. This was so disgustingly unethical that I will be streaming a challenge run as penance. I will start as Wretched, will not allow my equip load to go above 0, and will only be able to put points into Faith. Hopefully this will redeem me in the eyes of our Lord Miyazaki.